ready to receive.
Red sun!
Parade brought to the shun.
I remember those days in the cadets when on one parade I was one of the people that the Red Cross responded to. It was my first parade and I went to the parade without any breakfast. I was so excited, and halfway through the parade the sun got the better of me, and the Red Cross had to take care of me. You would remember that, Patrick, because I believe you were my commander at the time.
Say no more. In public, I praise my friends. In public, in private, they get punished. But in this type of weather, where there's no breeze, and so you really got to keep those toes wiggling in your boots to keep the circulation going. Otherwise, your brain is going to suffer a deficit of glucose, causing fainting. So, number 1 guard, St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force Infantry. Officer commanding is Lieutenant Thomas P. And the sergeant is Elliot D. The color party of the Defense Force bearers are Ensigns Flaherty M. and Watson J. And the escorts are Staff Sergeants Dums J. and Sergeant Brown D. The number 2 guard, that's the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force Infantry, the 2nd guard, is commanded by Lieutenant Ferdinand Z. and his sergeant is Kerry Isaac M. Number 3 guard, the St. Kitts and Nevis Coast Guard, officer commanding Lieutenant Fifield N. and his sergeant is Wilkes D. Number 4th guard is the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force. Officer commanding is Inspector Thompson M. Sergeant James is his sergeant. The police force ensign bearer is Inspector Keynes, and his escort, the ensign's escort, Sergeants Maloney and Henry. Number 5 guard, the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force, number 5 guard, commanded by Inspector Edwards S. and her sergeant is Sergeant Batiste. And the number 6 guard is St. Kitts and Nevis Cadet Corps, officer commanding Ensign Griffin J. and the sergeant is Thompson D. What about the band, Mikey?
Yes, the band
It's under the command of
Captain Charles S.
His director of music, and the drum major Walters C. Assisting the drum corps of the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force is the Community Drum Corps, a group of youngsters who no doubt are on the ladder towards membership of the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force. In fact, they do practice regularly at Camp Springfield. And as we know, Michael, young people who are on a field in organized activity or on a ball court will give the magistrate's court very little work, if any. So this is a good opportunity for young people to be involved in. And speaking of young people, let's look at the youths in the unarmed units. We have from our right, going from east to left, we have the Girls Guides and Brownies. We have the Cub Scouts, Seventh-day Adventist Pathfinders. And then from left to right, in the unarmed units, we have St. Kitts and Nevis Fire and Rescue, the Prison Service, and the Customs and Excise Department on parade this afternoon. On parade this morning, Mikey, I'm getting ahead of myself.
And we see a continuous train of arrivals of dignitaries, official cars driving up, some stopping at the saluting dais. And as we observe the arrival of diplomats and members of parliament, we would like to return to the colors. The colors are a significant part of any military organization. In ancient times, the colors represented the commander in times of war. And wherever you saw the colors, there you were to find the commanding general. If the colors were taken down, of course, that was considered a sign of surrender. And so colors are very, very important in military organizations. And you will notice again, Patrick, that they are not called flags, they are colors.
Thank you for that, Mikey. I keep learning from you every day. So keep it up. Once again, we are witnessing the arrival of the different representatives of ally and friendly countries, and also resident consuls visiting ambassadors. And it looks, from this vantage point, it's over 2 dozen.
The crowd of spectators is also steadily growing as our citizens fill the stadium to participate in this annual spectacle, the Independence Day Parade.
We can also, for those persons who are joining a broadcast or stream of this nature from St. Kitts and Nevis, say to you that we're at Warner Park in Bastia, St. Kitts, on the cricket stadium. We are situated in the south stand, so the cameras are pointed northwards. Right now we are focused on members of the St. Kitts and Nevis Cadet Corps. That's the Guard number 6. But from time to time, the cameras will pick up the vista from Warner Park, extended to Bastia High School, up to the airport, and out to the Canada Hills, and the sweep into St. Peter's, Sulphur Stone, and Olives Mountain will be taken in. We also have drone cameras, so you'll get a wonderful spectacle of color. It's quite green because of the recent rains, and so stay with us here at the official Independence Ceremonial Parade, produced, broadcast, and streamed by Chameleon Media. St. Kitts and Nevis has a land area of 261 square kilometers, or 104 square miles. The population, according to the last census, is just south of 52,000. So we are now completing the arrival of the diplomatic corps final 2 vehicles in the cavalcade, and then the arrival of the security chiefs. On your camera is the members of Guard number 4, the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force. In a few seconds, Parade Commander Janet L. will bring the parade to attention. Once again, we're at Wonder Park, St. Kitts for the Independence Ceremonial Parade marking the 41st anniversary of the independence of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Very happy you can join us, and we look forward to your comments as we camera. Security chiefs came already. We're back. We have just made some adjustments here, and now we witness the arrival of Prime Minister Dr. Terence. Respects the arrival of the Honorable Prime Minister. Now we await the arrival of Her Excellency, the Governor General, Dame Marcella Light. The parade will be brought to attention in a few seconds. General, Star is now approaching the area of the saluting base.
Governor General will mount the saluting dais to take the salute, following which she will inspect the troops.
Royal salute! Present!
flag has been unfurled, and also the Governor General's flag. Excellency will now be asked for permission.
Good morning, Your Excellency. Welcome to this, our 41st Independence Ceremonial Parade. The parade is in open order, ready and awaiting your inspection. At this juncture, I would like to invite you to inspect the guards, Your Excellency.
Her Excellency has accepted the invitation to inspect guards.
Stand fast, the #1 guard. Remainder, standard is.
Parade Commander General L has ordered the parade to stand at ease except the #1 guards, the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force Infantry, which will be inspected first. The inspection party led by the Governor General also includes the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Terence Drew. Officer Commanding #1 Guard, Lieutenant Thomas P. will welcome Her Excellency. The inspection music has started from the St. Kitts Nevis Defense Force.
And the band is now playing a tune called At Evening Time. We expect that there will be a medley of tunes played by the band.
The order of inspection: east along the front rank, west along the center rank, then east along the rear rank. As the inspection party passes the rear rank of #1 guard, #2 guard is brought to attention by Guard Commander Ferdinand Z. And her position is taken by Sergeant Terry Isaac F. Party now pays its respects ever so subtly but noticeably to the royal correction to the St. Kitts Nevis Defense Force colors. Lieutenant Ferdinand Z, Officer Commanding the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force #2 Guard, is now accompanying Her Excellency in the inspection of the #2 Guard. The #3 Guard has been brought to attention, that's the Coast Guard. Her Excellency is moving snappily along, Michael, as we have completed the inspection of the #2 guard.
Well, as we know, Patrick, Her Excellency is a fitness buff. She was a netball player for many, many years, and no doubt that has contributed to her very peak physical condition.
Undoubtedly, she is mindful of the environmental conditions, and so moving snappily along to #3 Guard, the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force Coast Guard, commanded by Fifield N, Lieutenant Fifield N, and his sergeant is Wilkes D. And tell us again about the Coast Guard's uniform.
The Coast Guards in their #1 uniform, which is dress whites with red and, well, not red, but crimson and white belt.
The inspection of the #3 guard, the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force Coast Guard, is now complete. The inspection party will now move to the #4 guard. #4 guard, the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, commanded by Inspector Thompson M. Sergeant being Sergeant James. We're now witnessing the inspection of the #4 guard. Inspection of the #4 guard is now complete. The inspection party will momentarily pay respects to the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force ensign.
And the band is now playing Beautiful Isle of Somewhere. And this is a song with words by Jesse Brown Pounds. It's music by John Sylvester Ferris and was written way back in 1897. Beautiful Isle of Somewhere was originally a poem entitled Beautiful Isle by Jesse Brown Pounds, and the words were written in the winter of 1896 during a period of miserable weather. Pounds wrote the lyrics within 1 hour. It was set to music by John Ferris, who had purchased the poem for $5, and the song was published in 1897. In 1901, the song was sung at the beginning of President McKinley's funeral in the First Episcopal Church in the hometown of Canton, Ohio. Beautiful Isle of Somewhere.
The inspection of #5 guard of the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force is now complete. Inspector Edwards S. thanks Her Excellency. Her Excellency now moves on to the final armed unit, the #6 guard, the St. Kitts and Nevis Cadet Corps. Officer Commanding Ensign Griffin J. and his sergeant is Thompson D.
I'm sure you remember we always looked forward to this parade, Patrick, in our days in the Cadet Corps.
Good memories, Michael.
Unforgettable.
The inspection of the Cadet Corps is complete. As we now move to the inspection of the unarmed units.
Perhaps one day we may see Her Excellency during this inspection on horseback, as was done by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth on many an occasion. After all, in this heat, we probably need to get around this inspection much faster, and that would surely help. What do you think, Patrick?
Adaptations to global warming will surely happen, Michael, as the band now plays I Vow to Thee, My Country.
And that is a British patriotic song created in 1921 with music by Gustav Holst. and it was based on a poem by Sir Cecil Springrice. The music originated as a wordless melody, which Holst later named Taxted, taken from the Jupiter movement of Holst's 1917 suite, The Planets.
The inspection party is inspecting the fire and rescue service. And for the unarmed units, only the front rank will be inspected. Continue, Michael.
Yes, and the origin of the hymn, I Vow to Thee, My Country, the origin of the hymn's text is a poem by diplomat Sir Cecil Springrice, written in 1908 or 1912, entitled Herb's Day, the City of God, or the Two Fatherlands. The poem describes how a Christian owes his loyalties to his homeland and the heavenly kingdom.
Inspection party has just finished the inspection of the prison service. Next up, Customs and Excise Department. You are witnessing the Independence Ceremonial Parade marking the 41st anniversary of the independence of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, live from Warner Park Cricket Stadium. We are into the inspection phase of the ceremonial parade, inspection of the armed units and unarmed units, inspection of the Customs and Excise Department has been completed. We now move to the inspection of the Port Authority guards. In the unarmed units, the inspection party moves down the front rank only. And so we're moving snappily along. Port Authority guards have been inspected. And now for the customary large contingent from the Seventh-day Adventist Church Pathfinders movement. And once again, we have to say kudos to the Seventh-day Adventist Church for turning out the young people in their numbers for each Independence Parade.
It's always heartwarming to see so many young people on parade. It's good to see that the young people are occupied in wholesome activities such as the Pathfinders and the Scouts and the Girl Guides.
And now for the Cub Scouts. And in their ranks, at least one person who appears to be in kindergarten or of that vintage. Good to see him out.
I remember when I was that size in the Cub Scouts. In fact, ever since I was about 7 years old or so, I was in some kind of uniform. And I started with the Newtown Junior School, as it was called then, in the Cub Scouts, under the late legendary commander of the Defense Force, Captain Errol Maynard. He was our scoutmaster.
The record of your tutelage, Mike, is well made.
And the band is now playing Cupid, which is a Sam Cooke song. The American singer released the song on May 16, 1961, and it charted at number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 20 on the Hot R&B Sides chart. The track performed best in the United Kingdom, peaking at number 7 in the US Singles Chart. Cupid is featured on Cook's Greatest Hits album, The Best of Sam Cooke, 1962. Cook's producers had asked him to write a song for a girl they had seen on a Perry Como TV show, but once they heard the song, they kept Cupid for Cook himself. And that is the story of Cupid.
Thank you very much, Mikey, for certainly sharing the origins of the music being played by the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force. The inspection of the armed units and unarmed units is complete. The inspection party, Her Excellency, as you were, Acting Commander of the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force, Major Coyote Sutton, Parade Commander General L, the Honorable Prime Minister, Commissioner of Police Sutton, the Prime Minister's ADC Connor, and Major Wilkin, the Governor General's ADC. Parade Commander has informed Her Excellency that the parade will now march past in 2 cadences: slow time and quick time.
And I think this is the part of the parade that most people look forward to, especially the changing from slow time to quick time without any commands from the parade commander. People always look forward to that, and I'm sure that just as in previous years, it's going to be another spectacular sight.
The parade, the armed units have been ordered to form 2 ranks in close order. Parade Sergeant Major St.C. Williams will dress the armed units. Parade Sergeant Major is satisfied with the dressing of the ranks. Only have stepped off in slow time.
And accompanying that slow march, the band is playing Scipio, and it's a Grenadier Guards regimental slow march. Grenadier Guards, that's one of the many household bands to His Majesty. The Grenadier Guards, the Coldstream Guards, Irish Guards, the Welsh Guards, and the Scots Guards, known as the Royal Scots Greys. It's a composition by George Friedrich Handel, and Handel's opera Scipio was written in 1725 and performed the following year in the King's Theatre, London. Following Handel's death, his operas fell up into obscurity until the 1960s when they experienced a major revival. The famous march from Scipio has, however, remained popular since its first performance.
The parade of armed units advanced westward, made a left wheel and a left turn, and now advancing eastward in slow time, approximately 48 paces per minute. Parade commander has taken up his position in front of the number 1 guard. The number 1 guard, the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Defense Force Infantry, the guard commander has given the open order, which means you're opening the pace between the front rank and the rear rank. The space is now approximately 2 paces. And eyes right given as we look at the alignment. St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force Infantry expected to have straight lines. Let's look at it.
The band is now playing by land and the sea, and it's the Defense Force Regimental Slow March, written by Frederick Joseph Ricketts, who was also known as Kenneth J. Alford. Alford was considered the British March King, and he wrote many very popular marches, including
to pay respect to the colors. And now number 2 guards will march past in slow time. And let's look at the lines.
Alfred's marches included the Thin Red Line, Holyrood, Colonel Bogey, On the Quarterdeck, the Midi, the Voice of the Guns, and many, many more that became very popular throughout the ages.
A ripple of applause for the number 2 guards, and now for the number 3 guards post guard. Once again, we're looking at the lines. Happy we can give you this drone view. Coast Guard looking snappy. Number 4 guard coming up. This is the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force. Lines looking snappy. Color party, the police force color party coming up, followed by number 5 guards. Police force instinct party, correction. Well, Mikey, here it comes. This is the Cadet Corps. We always hold our breath when they
come fast. We always look forward
to the St. Kitts and Nevis Cadet Corps. Let's look at the lines. These are high school students. Meanwhile, the band will now countermarch and take up a position in front of the number 1 guard, and then turn left. The other guards continue their maneuvering. It's a right turn towards South Stand B, and then a left wheel, another left wheel, and another left. 3 left wheels. The positions in preparation for the march pass in quick time. Cadet Corps now does a right turn.
And I'm sure that you would agree with me, Patrick, that this is the moment that everyone waits for in the Independence Ceremonial Parade. the change from slow time into quick time. So let's listen as this happens in a few seconds. Let's hear the crowd reaction. There will be a double beat on the drum.
Parade.
The drum major has raised his mace.
The armed units have now transitioned into quick time, approximately 108 paces per minute. Each pace is about 76 centimeters. So an armed unit, a guard is expected to complete about 75 meters in rapid time in about a minute.
And the band is now playing Sons of the Brave, the Defense Force Regimental Quick March. And it's a song written by Thomas Bidgood in 1898. It has been the regimental quick march of the Duke of York's military school, the Royal Military Asylum in Chelsea. The march was used by the Household Division massed bands as one of the neutral quick marches during the Trooping of the Colour in 2006. The Defense Force Band has been playing this song from time immemorial.
Absolutely.
I can remember it from when I was a little boy living at Baker's Corner, and they would draw up on Lozak Road, and you would hear them going into Warner Park to the tune of Sons of the Brave.
Defense Force Band passing the saluting days, followed by the number one guard. Let's look at the eyes right on the lines, alignment. Number one guard, St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force Infantry. Followed by the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force Color Party. Number two guard, St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force Infantry, Lieutenant Ferdinand Zed. Number three guard, the Coast Guard, commanded by Fifield N. He's a lieutenant. Number four guard, the police force. The police force ensign, number five guard, the police force, and number six guard, the cadet corps. And now for the unarmed units, fire and rescue. Rescue followed by the prison service. Followed by customs and excise, looking snappy. Authority. Followed by the pathfinders. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 50 on parade.
And the band is now playing the Thunderer, a march composed by John Philip Sousa in 1889.
Followed by the Cub Scouts, Michael. I see youngsters here who look like they are in preschool.
Sousa was known as the American March King and wrote many famous and popular marches.
Girl Guides and Brownies.
origin of the name, the Thunderer, is not officially known, though it is speculated that the name is attributed to Myron M. Parker, a prominent DC politician and a Freemason.
Force band is now counter marching to the tune of the local road march showcase. Music, Captain Charles S. Drum Major Walter Sears, and the Nevis Defense Force Drum Corps and Band. That completes with a ripple of applause from the appreciative crowd here at Water Park. That completes the inspection phase. Parade has now been ordered to reform three ranks. And now for the inward dress. In this phase, the parade sergeant major will take his position between guards 3 and 4. We will first inspect the left half. Let's listen in. He's satisfied. And now for the right half. Pushes number 4 guard. Eyes front given. Parade will now advance in review order. 15 steps.
Forward! Will advance in review order. For the center. Quick march.
And they will advance to the tune of Sons of the Brave, 8 bars only.
Always garners applause from the spectators. Now for the
Now for the 3 cheers to the nation.
3 cheers to the nation. Hip hip hip. Hip hip hip. Hip hip hip. All right. 3 players.
ladies do not remove their headdress.
That's right, they just go through the motions.
And now we move into the section of the departure of distinguished personages. There's been an adjustment to the program. The left half and the right half were ordered to move westward and eastward respectively. Outward movements, and they've taken up their positions. As we await the display, and we're seeing the national flag being brought onto the center parade by a contingent of Cub Scouts.
And the national flag of St. Kitts and Nevis was adopted on September 19th, 1983. It was designed by Idris Lewis in a national flag design competition. Green represents our fertile lands, yellow represents our year-round sunshine, black represents our African heritage. Red represents our struggle from slavery through colonialism to independence, and the white stars are symbols of hope and liberty. And we wait with some excitement, some expectation as to what is going to be happening here, as a giant version of our national flag is brought onto the parade grounds.
Michael, I'm counting 30. Oh, okay.
And the crowd is showing their enthusiastic appreciation of this, our national symbol, our national flag.
I'm counting 30 youngsters, young Cub Scouts.
I don't think I've ever seen such a large version of our national flag, Patrick.
I have an idea, Mike. Let's put up a flagpole at the top of Sofa Stone and put that on top of it.
Sounds excellent to me.
All right. I'll only charge you 10% for that suggestion.
And I'll give you the job of doing it.
Say no more. Ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing the Independence Ceremonial Parade, marking the 41st anniversary of the independence of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, live here from the Warner Park Cricket Stadium. The coverage broadcast, streamed, and produced by Chameleon Media. The parade will now reform.
And as the parade reforms, I should tell you that our national anthem, Our Land of Beauty, was written and composed by the late legendary Kenrick Georges. Georges was a trumpeter and arranger for popular brass bands, and he decided to compose a submission on the last day at 2 a.m. Completed the composition in 4 hours. An hour later, he took it to Greenland's piano teacher, Mrs. Gums, to record a piano performance of it. After a cassette recording was made, Georges submitted it the same day. The national anthem is a brilliant piece of music, written in 3/4 time, and it's written maestoso. It should be played majestically. It should not be drawled. It should not be drawn out. It should not be dragged, but played with gusto.
So the arms. He's now going to present arms for the Royal Salute.
Flag and the Governor General's flag have both been lowered, signifying that we are very much at the end of the parade.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank the parade announcer for that. As we reflect on the drill this morning, like you, let's give each other another 2 to 3 minutes to assess the best on parade in both slow and quick time. And as we witness the departure of Her Excellency, followed by the departure of the Honorable Prime Minister. They will be followed by the security chiefs and over 2 dozen representatives of nations who maintain diplomatic relations with the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, the smallest nation in the Western Hemisphere. and the 7th smallest.
Yes, we now see the cavalcade going in the opposite direction as they leave historic Warner Park after yet another spectacular Independence Day parade. And this time it's the 41st anniversary of independence. And what a beautiful day it is. Excellent for a parade, glorious sunshine. And I know you're laughing because you're only thinking of the heat, but it's a wonderful day, Patrick. The mountains, no clouds on them, no sign of any rain whatsoever. A wonderful day for the beach on Independence Day. And I'm sure that many of our citizens who we see here decked out in their patriotic colors are probably thinking of going to the beach today for picnics and other forms of enjoyment and refreshment on this patriotic day.
Back to your reference about 10 minutes ago
Yes.
in relation to the glorious sunshine.
It is a wonderful
We're witnessing
day.
now the departure of the security chiefs.
It is a wonderful
Commander,
day, Patrick.
Acting Commander Major Coyote Sutton of the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force and Commissioner of Police.
And we see some persons also dressed in their national wear. And no doubt started the day with the national dish. The national dish is comprised of salt fish, spiced plantains, and an assortment of other Tahitian delicacies.
Well, and that note of appetite stimulation, we are witnessing now the departure of the Speaker of the National Assembly and our Deputy Prime Minister, who served as a scout. Did you serve with him?
No, I didn't serve with him. I was a member of the Newtown Junior School Scout Group, as I mentioned before, under Captain Errol Maynard. And that was my initiation into the world of uniformed bodies, which then progressed to the Cadet Corps, the Police Band, the Defense Force Band. So I like to say that I'm a soldier because once a soldier, always a soldier.
Let's, as we look at the departure of the members of cabinet, members of parliament, and we look out on the field, see the youngsters, some in the
Minister of Agriculture and Mrs. Duggins.
Some in the Pathfinders, a church-based organization, and they usually turn out 50 to 75, and this morning they're in that range. But the Cub Scouts have really increased their numbers on parade over the years, and it's a blessing to see. I'm counting now over, between the Cubs and the Scouts,
Announcing the departure of
60
Honorable Marshall Henderson, Minister of
boys.
Yes, and the Pathfinder is a testament to their
announcing the departure
organization that they
the Honorable
continue to do so.
Wilkie,
And
Attorney General,
we hope
and
that
Mrs. Wilkie.
other youth groups can take a pattern from them and emulate them.
So I counted 50.
Kudos to the Pathfinders.
Sorry about that. I counted 52 Pathfinders. I will do a quick count.
In fact, they are the largest contingent on parade of all the contingents on parade.
Yeah, that's correct. The
Armed or unarmed.
Scouts and the Cubs follow closely behind with about 45.
The departure of the Honorable Joel Clark, Minister of Sustainable Development, et al.
You know, Michael, I was reflecting and reading the other day that in the UK, just like in St. Kitts and Nevis, there are 23 ministries. But here, yes,
The departure of the
9
Honorable Lysaline Philip, Minister
not there.
of
Yes, yes.
And so we have ministers with multiple portfolio subjects,
Yeah.
which certainly increases the workload. Honorable Joel Clark, and she'll be followed by Honorable Lysaline Philip, the 2 nominated members of
the
the
departure of the Right Excellent and
Right, and as we continue to build our democracy, surely that is one of the areas that must be looked at and improved.
The Right Excellent Dr. Sir Kennedy Simmons, national hero, has gotten a rousing round of applause as he departs.
Yes, Dr. Simmons is our only living national hero, and he still enjoys some popularity among sections of the community.
The departure of Her Excellency Dr. Linda Sobe Ali, Ambassador of the State of Palestine.
Oh, did you hear that? The Ambassador of the State of Palestine. With her presence.
I don't think I have seen an ambassador from the state of Palestine before
I'm searching my memory.
at our independence
Departure of
celebration.
Her Excellency Rita Amelie, Ambassador of Switzerland.
It's an indication that we are growing our international partnerships, and the diplomatic representation continues to grow year after year.
Ambassador of Switzerland, accompanied by the resident
Francis Etienne, Ambassador of France.
Ambassador of France. Just a reminder of the geography of St. Kitts and Nevis. We are surrounded by territories of the UK, France, Netherlands, and the United States in the
The departure of His Excellency Dr. Amit Telan, High Commissioner of the Republic of India.
and the departure of the High Commissioner of India has been announced, and the population of St. Kitts and Nevis has become more cosmopolitan of late,
Yes,
with a fair representation of persons from the Indian subcontinent.
day by day we continue to become more of a melting pot.
Ambassador, United States of America, and
United States of America, and the delegation now leaving. Our major trading partner.
I can See from the flags, we seems to be Germany, followed by Turkey. Or Turkey, as it's now called.
Speaking of the Federal Republic of Germany, we do have an honorary consul resident there. Resident here, sorry.
Yes. Our schoolmate, actually.
Paris. Republic of Turkey. I'm searching my memory.
The next one coming up appears to be the flag of Sweden.
Have you heard of Turkey being represented here at our Independence Parade?
I'm not sure.
Of the Hellenic Republic of Greece.
Oh, it's Greece, not Sweden.
Greece.
Followed by Great Britain. The Hellenic Republic of Greece.
Head of Strategic Issues, British High Commission.
British High Commission represented. The ambassador of Greece is actually stationed in Havana, Cuba. She came in for this Independence Parade. Again, I'm searching my memory. If you recall, when we had such representation, Palestine, Turkey, and Greece. Checking my...
We see Taiwan coming up.
Checking my smartphone to see if our friends have sent us any updates on that. We already got the correction that there's no rep from Sweden here, so we did make that correction. It was actually Greece.
Yes. The Hellenic Republic of Greece.
As you were. Thank you very much. The ambassador of the Republic of China, Taiwan being the first country to recognize.
The departure of His Excellency Michael Lin, Ambassador of the Republic of China, Taiwan.
First to recognize an independence in Kitts and Nevis.
And last up, it appears to be Republic of Cuba.
Both Taiwan and Cuba rank as valued development partners in the areas of education, agriculture, ICT, healthcare.
And finally, the departure of His Excellency David Rivero, Ambassador of the Republic of Cuba.
In fact, most of the specialist doctors in our hospitals are either trained in Cuba or Cubans. Parade commander has brought the parade to the shun and to show the march off the color parties.
As I indicated earlier, the colors are significant. The colors are leaving, which signifies the end of the parade. Next, the officers will fall out.
Commander General L will hand over.
The parade commander has done an excellent job this morning. We have heard no mistakes, and he must be commended for a very good job as they prepare to unfix bayonets. The battle is over. There's no further need for bayonets. And
well, you might need a bayonet to open a can of corned beef.
you know, as you mentioned, corned beef. Yeah,
Just a minute. The parade is being handed over to Parade Second in Command Daniel L. Let's look at the compliments being paid.
As I said, as you mentioned, corned beef, you know, corned beef is, well, it used to be. I don't know if it still is one of the staples of the army. We ate a lot of corned beef in our day.
Captain Jeanette L. departs. Parade Second in Command Daniel L. takes over.
And we can see that he's from the Coast Guard, as he's decked out in his dress whites.
He has ordered the officers to fall out. That is, officers commanding the guard units. And they will align in order of seniority. Prison service, customs, and then port authority.
And the fire services.
Fire services and unarmed units are there. All there. Voilà. The senior commanding officer of the #1 Guard, he took a step forward first, a pace, not a step, a pace forward first, signifying his
Seniority.
Sergeant Major has been called to take over the parade. Not called, as you were.
Commanded.
Summoned to take over the parade. St. C. Williams.
He too has done an excellent job this morning.
Sorry about the rehearsal.
No shambles whatsoever.
Absolutely none. He made the parade do the slow time march past twice, two nights ago. Was not satisfied, send them back. That's a sharp snare. Oh,
The band is now taking post in preparation for departure of all units.
Let's tell the listening audience and the viewing audience that today's coverage had an innovation. We mic'd up the parade commander, second in command, parade sergeant major. The drum major has a mic at his back collar to pick up to get the band. Hope you were able to hear the commands clearly.
nearing the end of yet another splendid Independence Day parade. The parade will now.
Go ahead, Mikey.
The parade will now march through the streets of Basti on their way to Camp Springfield for the toast to the nation.
And as a cadet, I always look forward to that because you can put on your best dress. Well, we were always best on parade. Isn't
Without
that
a doubt. Without a doubt.
Okay.
There is something about being in the military, I can tell you. When you put on that uniform, you become a different person. It does something to you. You are a changed man or a changed woman, young woman. And I strongly recommend military service to all our young people.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to second that motion. And now the departure of the unarmed units, fire and rescue, prison service, customs and excise. Once customs and excise is in the drill competition, they have a nose ahead, Mikey.
Yes, yes.
Well drilled. Port authority guards. Pathfinders. Look at their numbers.
And the Pathfinders are absolutely impressive.
Now we have a contingent of Cub Scouts. A young one. He has to be in preschool, Mikey. He's going to make it.
Yes,
he's going to make it to Camp Springfield because there are refreshments ahead.
Yes.
Girl Guides, brownies.
Yes,
an area that needs
he's
some.
Definitely in preschool. I've never seen such a little child on parade. I remember our days in the Cadet Corps. We had Pat Ryan. Do you remember Pat Ryan?
Yes.
And he was the smallest cadet. He made me feel tall. And so we have come to the end of another parade here, Patrick. Any final thoughts?
Well, Michael, what a blessing to be a citizen of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. The smallest country in the Western Hemisphere, 7th smallest in the world. Yet, we have standards, we have our strengths, we have our weaknesses, we'll work on them. Countries recognize that and they come to support us at each Independence Parade. In my estimation, well, your estimation, best on parade, starting with the armed units.
The armed units, best on parade. That's a very difficult assessment to make, but I would say number one guard.
Number one guard in the slow march. Number one guard in the slow march, that's the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force Infantry. Coast Guard in the quick time. We'll see what other observers say. As we sign off here from Warner Park Cricket Stadium, you've just witnessed the coverage of the Independence Ceremonial Parade marking the 41st anniversary of independence of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Coverage produced, broadcast and streamed by Chameleon Media. We welcome your feedback. This is a work in progress. Thank you for joining us.
And from all of us here at Warner Park, I'm Michael Martin saying Happy Independence 41.
And my name is Patrick Martin. Happy Independence 41 to you all. And you can follow the parade, the troops. Chameleon Media has their drone. How many drones do you have? 2 drones following the guards, the units and unarmed units up to Camp Springfield. A mile away, uphill, 10 o'clock, 9:30, temperature 90 degrees. Not bad.
We going to Springfield? We going to Springfield? Oh.